All right, here we go. Going to get some commentary for you guys. This is Patrick Nix commentating through the EvoSports platform, and we are in Lincoln City, Oregon for the APA Chinook 8-Ball Invitational. And you've got the Ball Busters versus Boneyard in a teams matchup. And this matchup here is Tom Kerrigan versus Chris Cook. We got Tom Kerrigan at the table, who's stripes. Both of these players are skill level 6. And I'm just going to check on the score to make sure that's correct. I thought they had just started the match, but I'll be right back with some more commentary. Hang out. Okay, that's what I thought. Thought it was 0-0, and it is. We're getting this thing kicked off here. And this is Chris Cook calling the 8-ball in the side pocket. Going to try to take on this bank. Pretty difficult here to draw away from the scratch in the corner. Very tough bank shot attempt. And I'll be giving you guys play-by-play for this matchup. Be entertained.
Board, right to the board for that table, back up to the podium board. Your local referee will be very excited to see it.
Okay, so Tom Kerrigan with the opportunity to close out rack 1. Just a touch off the mark with that 9-ball, and leaving Tom Kerrigan an opportunity on the 8. Let's see which pocket. He could really call either one of these. It's kind of at the 50-50 mark. He's going to back cut it to the blind corner. I prefer the other one just because I think it's a little easier to visualize the shot in, but either one available to him. Looked like he might have rushed that shot just a little bit. Nerves and adrenaline are always a little bit high in that first rack, trying to get on the board first. And 9-ball wobbles its way home into that pocket. And Tom Kerrigan slams down his keys and says, I'm putting that thing in the corner. Let's go. Swaying back and forth, finding his aiming line. Yeah, he was really swaying back and forth to try to find that aiming line, making sure that he's right on target. I tend to recommend, if you're not in line when you get down on your shot, you should, my opinion, stand back up, get to that line, and go down right into that line that you're shooting at. If you have to sway your body back and forth, what happens is your feet do not move, just your body does. And so you're out of balance when you actually execute the shot. So never really a good idea to move your body one way or the other after you're already down on the shot. You want to be perfectly still and just execute through the ball. And I think that cost him that rack, missing that 8-ball. So looking like Chris Cook on the board first. And Tom Kerrigan racking up the balls. This is a straight up race to 5. Both of these players are a skill level 6. It looks like we've got a handful of people watching. Let us know who you're rooting for, whether it's Boneyard or Ballbusters, Tom Kerrigan fan or Chris Cook fan. There's that sway. He's swaying back and forth, trying to find the line.
Practice, head over to table 0. Well, that's supposed to be
And that just might be just part of his technique. His technique might be just to as far as aiming on the ball, swaying until he feels like he's in line, and then. But I noticed that when he sways back and forth, his feet don't move. His body moves, but his feet don't move. So kind of hard to keep that balance that you need. And I got to make sure these players update the scoreboard. Didn't know if they actually know how to do that. We'll make sure that they do. They don't have the full team here. I think they're playing teams on 2 different tables, and they're across the room from each other. So I'll just go up there and help them out. Okay. Got that scoreboard figured out. So hopefully they'll stay on top of that for you guys. Make sure the score stays updated. Chris Cook up 1-0 against Tom Kerrigan. And Chris Cook at the table. Boy, I wouldn't want to be solids on this table. This is really not a good situation for solids to be in. Yeah. This is the challenge in 8-ball. When you pocket most or all of your balls and you don't get out, you're going to be playing from a behind a ball. If you're playing against a good opponent, they're not going to let you see daylight very often. So here we go. Good safety, gets ball in hand for Tom Kerrigan. Going to start with the 12 ball. Boy, he just one-stroked that. I mean, I know it was an easy shot, but he just Okay, so he's a one-stroker. All right. He's just going to get down in one stroke and hit it. Yeah, it's hard to really put, because this game is so difficult and the precision that you have to have is so difficult. It's kind of hard to get down and just aim one time in one stroke and hit it. You might get away with it a few times, but it's going to overall catch up with you. Okay, good shot here from Tom. Sorry, yeah, that was Tom. Good safety. And a good return. So a little bit of cat and mouse here. Neither player wanting to give up the opportunities here. And Chris kind of scratching his head there, saying, oh no, what did I do? So Chris gives up a really good look at the 6 ball for Tom. But the challenge here is getting to the 8 ball. I don't believe he has very much angle on this 6. He might have enough angle to draw the cue ball into the 8, possibly. If he cheats the pocket, maybe if he kind of cheats the pocket to this end, it looks like he might be able to send this cue ball into the 8. But it's going to require a good draw stroke here. But I don't know. He might be able to get underneath the 10 too. Okay, that's good. That's something anyway. And I don't think you want to play it to the side because I think that side pocket is just too small. I think you're just going to have to take your medicine and play the longer shot into the corner. That's what I like, and that's what Tom likes as well. He's calling the corner. He's put his keys down over there for the tie. Great shot right down the line. That was absolutely perfect. No doubt about it. As soon as he hit it, that thing was going. So great 8-ball shot from Tom Kerrigan to tie up this match at 1-1. And we are off and running. These players are just playing at a lightning fast pace. At a skill level 6, they're definitely have some experience behind them. So many times they know what to do. Okay. Tom with the sway, hitting the head ball break, gets a stripe in and a solid in. So he's got choice, but did he leave himself hooked on the 8, or does he have the 13 to the bottom corner? I don't think he does. So he's playing the 1 ball, looks like. And try to cut that 1 in. Nicely done. And kind of ties up the 5 and 4 over here. So although it was a good shot on the 1, he's made a little bit of a problem for himself with that 5-4.
If you are done with your extra table, please take the corresponding sports clipboard and return it to the podium or to your local referee.
And just a little off the mark with that 3 ball. Okay, so now Chris Cook with stripes coming to the table. He might decide to take this 13 ball first. I do believe he's got the cut on it if he likes it. But he's choosing the 10 ball. Not a bad idea. 13 does play to the corner here.
Excellent. Thank you, table 23.
I like it. Stripes is in a good place in this rack because the 4-5 is tied up. So just gives an opportunity to, even if you make a mistake with stripes, you're still probably going to get back to the table at some point, because that's a pretty tough, this is a pretty tough situation for being solids. I don't like it at all. And good job by Chris to hold that cue ball for the 2 or for the 10 there. But now he's in trouble. Not sure if he was focused on getting past that 8 ball there. Looked like kind of a quick decision. So that's gonna cost him. Yeah, that's gonna cost him a little bit here. He's got to come with a big time kick shot. I think that, you know, if he hits off this rail, maybe with a little bit of right English, he can hit that 9 and play it right into the side pocket. So he does have this opportunity. It's a very difficult shot, but it's the only thing that he's really got here. And he's just waiting for his next door neighbor over on table 8 to finish her shot, but she's got something that she's really thinking about. So it's going to take a little while for him to get over there and be able to play this 9 ball. So
thank you, table 4 and 13.
And if I were Chris right now, while I'm waiting, I'd be standing over here eyeing out that spot on the rail that I want to hit. Right, you want to get over there and look at that spot and make sure you have that line. It's much easier to see from that other side, so that when you get over to your shooting position, you know exactly where to hit on the rail. But let's see if he. Yeah, it just kind of, just gets down and strokes at it. So it's going to be a ball in hand. And from here, I like a safety. I think I'm putting the cue ball with my ball in hand. I'm putting the cue ball right here, and I'm shooting right into this 5. Pop the 5 out of there and stick the cue ball right here where the 5 is. Stick the cue ball right behind the 4, and you got a beautiful safety. It's much easier than breaking the balls out on an offensive shot, because you just don't know what you're going to end up with afterwards. So he's breaking them out on offense, not knowing what he's going to get for a leave, and he's going to get nothing to shoot at here. So taking your ball in hand and playing a safety with the ball in hand to break out your cluster is sometimes a good idea. I say sometimes, not always. Sometimes the offensive shot works. But that safety was really easy, safe to execute. It was guaranteed good results. So he's playing the safe now, and he gets there, and this is okay. And Tom's got a much more difficult kick shot now on the 9 than he had before, because the 8 ball is right in the way. And the 8 ball is going to go in the corner pocket, and that's going to be a loss of game for Chris Cook. So Tom Kerrigan with the defensive shot wins that game, forcing his opponent to make an error on the 8 ball, pocketing the early 8. Tom Kerrigan up 2-1. So they're not keeping score over there like they're supposed to. So the score is 2-1, Tom Kerrigan. And I'll have to go over there and tell them to update the score. It is a player-run live stream system, so the players do have the control of the scoreboard. I'll just go and give them a friendly reminder. All right, just had to give them a nice friendly reminder to update the scoreboard. Again, this is the EvoSports live stream system. This is a player-run live stream system that we offer for bars and pool halls. It's a subscription-based service. We install everything. We install the camera and mount the tablet, and the players can just come in and just enter their name and race length and start stream on YouTube, and it instantly starts a stream. Players don't have to set up any tripod or any equipment or use their phone or any of that stuff. It's a professionally done live stream that's all run by the players. Super simple from the tablet. And nobody needs to have any kind of technical knowledge to run it. You just simply tap on the scoreboard when you win a rack. Okay. He's got a good position here now. Tom does. To play off of this 14 with some spin to get over to that 10 ball. So he wants to put a lot of left spin on this. And beautiful shot. That's exactly what he does. Doesn't quite break it out as hard as he wanted. I think he wanted to get a little more oomph into that to really loosen up those balls. So I'm not sure what he's got here.
We just show up at 10:15.
Oh, beautiful. I didn't even know if he had anything there, but he did. He had the 11 ball, and he played it perfect right down the line. I think that was a very close shot, very difficult to execute. And Tom Kerrigan showing his skill level right there. Doing his sway back and forth, finding his line. All right. Comes down to getting shape on the 13, though, at the end. I don't really see how he's going to get shape on the 13 from this position, but he could pinball off of one of those balls down there and see what happens, I guess. Hammers that ball into the pocket, and he did get position. Oh, my goodness. He might have actually gotten position on the 13 here, which would have been incredible from where he was. I don't know, though. I think it's really, really close, but I kind of don't think he's got the. I don't think he can see enough of the 13 to pocket it, but only he knows, and he's down on the shot, so maybe he does. Yeah, I think he just didn't have quite enough of it. So good shot, though, to leave it right in front of the pocket. That's a good place to leave it if you're going to miss, because not only that is the 8 ball is now blocked for that pocket or solids. All right. So now Tom Kerrigan's going to have to come with a kick shot here. I believe he needs to kick this side of the side pocket and maybe put a little bit of spin on it to get down to this ball here. Let's see if he can get there. There it is. Oh, how do you hit that and not make it? I didn't even know that was possible. I thought for sure if you hit that ball, it's going in, but he just came off the side of it, rattle it back and forth. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's still in a good spot. And a good shot there from Chris Cook. Getting things going. But Chris has got to wonder, I got to wonder if he's looking at this 8 ball and figuring out how do I get out of the rack? You know, it's easy to figure out these balls down here and where to put them, but at some point you have to decide how am I going to attack this 8 ball? And the 3 ball as well. I guess he's got a plan because he seems motivated. He must know exactly what to do here. Yep, coming underneath the 3. And then I guess he's going to have to bank the 8, I'm guessing. Play safety, okay. It's not a bad play. And this is a much easier kick shot for Tom. Quite a bit easier. You do have to watch the scratch because if you hit full into this 13 like this, I think that cue ball will follow it right into the hole and you'll scratch. So you want to make sure that you don't hit it too full. Oh, but you want to hit it. Okay, so now Chris, what's he going to do? Is he going to try to swing that cue ball around to short side position and try to get the cue ball somewhere around here? This would be ideal. Oh, he almost got my spot. That would have been beautiful if he could have stopped that cue ball just a foot shorter. He would have had the 8 ball up the table. But as it is now, it's a pretty straightforward bank shot as far as banks go. I mean, all bank shots are hard, but they don't get much easier than this one as far as banks go. See if he can put it in the hole. Oh, so close. Oh my gosh. It doesn't get any closer than that. So this game was really decided by, 16th of an inch by both players, missing shots by just a hair. And now Tom to close it out with the 8 ball, going up 3-1. Tom Kerrigan. All right, they're on it with the scoreboard now. I love it. I just had to give them a lecture just twice. That's it. So it looks like we've got about 16 people watching live in the chat or watching live on the stream. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know where you are, who you're rooting for. Are you on Team Tom Kerrigan or Team Chris Cook? Are you watching at home? Are you here in the building watching on your phone? I'm lonely over here, guys. Talk to me. Okay. So Tom Kerrigan to break, head ball break. Attacking that. He's switching it up. He's going from the side. See if he goes second ball here. He does not do the second ball break. He breaks from the side, but does not hit the second ball first. That's kind of unusual. Breaks from the side and hits the head ball. Good break, pockets a ball, except he's got the cue ball all the way on the bottom rail here, and that's going to cause a problem for getting the poker shot. Looks like the 3 is going to go in the side off the 7. The 7 ball does make that pocket a little bit bigger. Now it looks like he might be aiming for the 3 in the corner. Yeah, he is. I would have put that 3 in the side because you could really hit anywhere on this line, and that ball will just go right into the side pocket. The 7 will help it go. So I don't know if he just kind of missed that one, I think, but certainly Chris Cook happy to be at the table now. And he's got to start thinking about the key ball for the 8. What's the ball that's going to set you up on the 8? Because all the balls, all the stripes are shootable to pockets, but you want to save, I think you want to save one of these balls over here as your setup ball for the 8, because the 8 is going to play in this pocket at the end. It's really the only place that the 8 goes unless you break it out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's danger. Okay, so now Solids is at the table. Tom Kerrigan with Solids. Does he start with the 2 ball? He's got ball in hand. Does he start with the trouble ball first? The 2 ball can go right here, I believe. Ed Kratzer, thanks. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. Whose team are you on, Ed? Are you rooting for the Ball Busters or the Boneyard? Oh, gets a little love bump off of the 8. Almost finds the corner pocket with that 6. However, next best thing, it's blocking. So you got a blocker. And I thought the string froze up for a second, because Chris is just like a statue over there, but it's not froze because I can see people moving in the background, but he was frozen in place. Nice shot. That's the way to get your ball out of trouble, and he does nicely. So he gets his 15 ball, I think that is, out of trouble. Putting the 13 almost in the side. And another turn at the table for Tom. Tom has a chance to go on the hill here, 4-1. Get on the hill early. That would put a lot of pressure. This is a big swing game because if the score goes 4-1, it's really tough to come back. You got to win 4 straight racks. But if it's 3-2, it's pretty close still. So big swing game for Chris Cook. He's got to figure something out here if he gets another opportunity at the table. Very important game to win. Yeah, Ed, I don't know the players either, honestly. So not sure where they're from. Oh, follows it in. Disaster. Okay, well, this is exactly what Chris Cook needed here. A breath of fresh air. Because he does not want to go down 4-1. Because that feels almost insurmountable. 3-2 feels very manageable. Okay, he's going to start with the 11. I think that's the 11. The 11, and then the 13 on the side, and then the 12 in the corner. And I think he wants to have a little angle on this 12 ball. So he wants to make sure to give himself a nice little angle. If he gets too straight on it, it makes it harder to get shape on the 8 ball here. He does have a little angle, and he gets a perfect shot. Good stroke. Chris Cook flying around the table. And down goes the 8, and it is 3-2, just like that. This is fast action for you guys. I think a lot of times on live streams, people like that. They don't have to sit and wait around for somebody to figure out what shot to shoot. They're just going to work. And again, this is Patrick Nix commentating to you live from Lincoln City, Oregon. where we have the Chinook 8-Ball Open APA event. This is the teams event. Teams started this morning. This is round 3 of teams. And these teams are competing on 2 different tables. One of them is on the other side of the room, though, so we don't really know what's going on with the other teams on the other table. So
for the incoming players, please remember, let's not
the other players, I should say.
Or the doorway. There is a place for you to stand and mingle until it is your turn, and that is over at our vendors. We've got Craig over there.
Okay, so
you have abused your cue and
looks like dry break.
Your tip isn't working quite right anymore. Take it over to Craig. He'll clean up your shaft and
dry break brings Tom to the table. And Tom giving up that last rack with the follow-in scratch shot on the 6 ball. He just hit it too full and followed that cue ball right into the hole. And that cost him the rack.
We've got pickle box with anything you need, especially shirts, as you know, you've spilled beer on them. On yours. And we've got artwork over there by the streaming booth. So head over there, please. Please do not fog the aisleways or the doorways. Please make your way over to the vendor booths until it is your time, or in the hallway until it is your time at the table. We will be calling the matches shortly, so please do make your way over, away from the aisles and away from the doorway until we start.
All right.
The matches.
Thanks, Hoser16. Chris is from Oregon. Tom is Northern Washington. All right. Thanks for the intel. You can always count on the chat to let us know who is who and where they're from. So Ed's going to root for Chris because he's part of Team Oregon, I think. So now you got a dog in the fight. Okay, so he's got to be figuring out what to do with the 15 ball. I'm sure he's got a plan because he seems to be very deliberate on what he's doing here. Yeah, he's going to break that 15 out, but missing the 13 in the process. So good strategy there to try to break that ball out.
Please bring it up to the front so that we can start getting the next round's matches assigned, and please bring up the clipboards or give them to your local referee. He'll be more than happy to take it from you.
Hey, this is a private party.
Nice shot there from Chris. And the 3 ball, he's just now looking at the 3. I think I would have been looking at that a couple of shots ago to see if it plays. But he's now looking at it to see what's going on with that 3 ball and how he's going to approach it. Yeah, it doesn't play because he's trying to get that cue ball down to try to nudge it or bump it or do something. And I think he's going to be firing at this one and sending the cue ball for a little bit of a ride here. Nope, slow rolling it. So maybe the 3 ball does play. It just doesn't look like it has room here. I don't know. I don't think anything hit a rail on that one. That might be a ball in hand foul because I don't believe that the 3 ball made it to the rail there. Oh, okay. Well, maybe the player didn't notice that. But I certainly noticed there was no rail contact on that shot. So that was definitely a ball in hand foul, but nobody noticed, I think. Sometimes you just don't notice. You're just watching the cue ball or whatever you're doing, and it got close to the rail. Oh, nice bank shot. pretty sure that that three, very sure that that three did not make contact with the rail. But I'm not a referee, so I don't call the balls and the strikes. Okay, just had to mute the mic there for a second, having a quick conversation with my neighbor over here. Yeah, I agree, Ed. Sometimes you're just not watching when it's not your shot, and but sometimes when you're shooting it, you're not. After you miss your shot, sometimes you just kind of, that's it, I missed, and you turn around and walk away. You don't really actually pay attention to see if something hit a rail. So I don't think that was intentionally an uncalled foul. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure that both of these players are stand-up, honest players that would have said something if they knew it was a foul, call it on themselves. But it was a foul, nonetheless. Nice safety here from Chris. And it's going to have to be a kick shot here. And Tom, and I don't know where he's calling this 8-ball. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, he was on the 8, so he wasn't playing anything. He's just going to. Did I mix it up? Oh, okay. Never mind. I had the wrong person in there. It was, yeah, so it was Chris that was on the 8-ball, not Tom. Getting confused.
Here's a reminder that free stuff. If you are third or fourth in your flight and you win your individual race,
okay, so just loosens him up a little bit here. And now Chris has the opportunity. He's taking a look at it here. He's taking a long look at this 8-ball. And I believe that he's gonna try to cut this thing right down the rail. Nice. Follows my line perfect. And it almost goes. Oh man, he really followed that line pretty good. As if it was on the table. It looked good when he hit it. So the pressure is definitely on for Tom. Yeah, any missed shot is a loss of game, really. So he just go ahead and concedes the game, I should say. And now it's tied up. So this thing could have been 4-1 a second ago, and now it's 3-3. So what a big swing we've seen. Yeah, Ed, you got it on a diamond table. You got to hit it pretty pure when you're going down the rail like that. It's not a valley table. These are not 5-inch valley pockets. They're 4.5-inch diamond pockets, and they are cut a specific way that makes it a little bit less forgiving. And not only that, but they also have a shelf depth that's quite a bit deeper than on a valley table or other bar tables. The depth of the shelf is 1.5, I believe, 1.5 inches. And so you can rattle a ball back and forth and it doesn't go in, whereas on a valley table or another table, it would just drop right in as soon as it crossed that threshold. You can see you can fit about a whole ball right inside there without it dropping in the pocket, whereas you wouldn't be able to do that on a valley.
Some night said something, I don't know. 2-4s are named, some nights with a weird tonality.
Nice slow roll on that 13. And when I talk about shelf depth, what you do is you measure the distance between the points of the pocket, and you measure this distance right here. And that's the depth of the shelf. And if you look at that depth on a valley versus a diamond, you'll see a noticeable difference. The balls can just really hang up in there and not go down.
42.
Tries to back cut that 9 into there.
Safety queens and dropping cues. Dropping cues, safety queens, you're on 41. 39 remains to be seen. Shots for breakfast. Shots for breakfast remains to be seen. You are on
Shots for
39.
breakfast. That's a team name. That's a good one. We're getting all the creative team names coming out.
Bellevue Hooligans and Thundercats.
Bellevue Hooligans.
Bellevue Hooligans and Thundercats on
Hooligans.
38.
Oh, Bellevue Hooligans, not hooligans. Okay. Creative.
And you're on 30. Low Keys S and St. John's on 29. CCR and Three Amigos, you're on 23.
Yeah, Ed, I agree. The tables are playing pretty stingy right now, and I think that's just because the BCA event was here for 11 days, and these tables got a lot of play. And there's a lot of chalk and, just kind of just residue, we'll say, on the table. And that makes those pockets play tighter because they don't slide into the pocket. On a nice clean table or new felt, the balls will slide into the pockets, and the pockets seem to play a little bit bigger. So, being that these have been played on for 2 straight weeks, they've got a lot of chalk grit in there that really just kind of gets it a little sticky. Okay, good shot here. I think he's going to have to play the... No, he's playing the 5. So... Uh-oh. He accidentally bumped a ball and then moved it back. So, okay.
Nicole and Tokes and Strokes, that's on 14. Cheese and Bacon and Dream Team Cheese and Bacon. You're on table 13. Table 12. Cheese for Beer. Fire Monkey, Cheese for Beer. Here, give me that. 11. Slated for gold.
One clam, 2 diggers.
Is your table. Table 6, those 2 designated drinkers and rock and roll, that's on table 6.
Rock and roll, that's a good one. Heard that team name a few times.
Table 4. Table 3. Jake's Overrated and Three Ring Circus. You're on table 3.
Okay, what's going to happen here? He
Table
said,
2,
sorry, man, but I got a lucky safety on you. I love how he gives the wave after that shot. He says, I'm sorry, man, but I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I accidentally played a safety on you. So now ball in hand. Ball in hand for Tom. What's he going to start with here? You know, this is a hard one because the 1 ball is a hard ball, the 6 is a hard ball, and the 7's a hard ball. So really no good starting spot. That's not going to go. We're talking about those pockets being a little bit stingy. So a ball in hand miss from Tom. And I think what I'm doing here, well, I don't know, actually. I don't like anything here. I think you just have to pull the trigger and send that 15 and try to bank it up table. It's just too risky to try to play a safety when that 7 is just hanging in the pocket, so it's pretty easy for. But now the 1 ball is the right shot here because you just roll forward, and if you miss the shot, you're not going to give up anything on the 15 as long as you roll that cue ball forward enough. But he makes it, no problem. And now he's got the combo. That makes that 6 a lot easier. Nice easy combo here. You want to play this at a slow speed. You want the 6 to stay there. You want the 6 to stay in the pocket to make it easier. So I would have hit that at a very slow speed. Just roll it in. So you can play a really easy 6 ball and then an easy 2 ball. Okay, he's choosing the 2 first. This is interesting. I see that the position seems much more difficult to get from the 2 to the 6 than it does to get from the 6 to the 2. So I'm playing the 6 here. I'm playing the 6 into this corner because the angle lets you put some, maybe some spin on it and get your cue ball back into this area. You should be able to get shape on the 2. Maybe even if you just hit it soft, you're going to have a decent leave on the 2. So I like the 6 here first. But they're going to have a little coaching timeout. Good time to use your 1 timeout. Players are allowed 1 timeout per rack. What's up, McMahon, in the chat? Welcome. Okay, that worked out pretty well. You got that cue ball all the way back around to exactly where it was before, pretty much. So now what do you do here? The 8 ball doesn't play in the bottom right corner. So you've got a big time challenge here to try to pound that 6 in and somehow get shape on the 8 ball. But he slow rolls the 6. So really confused he's going to try to bank the 8. This is a very dangerous shot. I think if he misses this, it's a high likelihood that he's going to sell out the rack. What a shot. Oh my God. What do I know? Of course he's going to bank it. What else would you do in that situation? Holy cow. Tom Kerrigan bringing it with a big time 8 ball bank shot. And that was not easy. He had to barely miss that ball. And he caught the outer edge of that corner pocket and rattles it home. Man. And that was a pressure shot. That would have sold out the rack had he missed. So I underestimated.
boys and triple threat powered by boys 32.
So Tom Kerrigan on the hill now in this race to 5. And again, just a reminder, you guys are watching this live stream on the EvoSports live stream system. This is a player-run live stream system that we install in bars and pool halls. We install the camera and the tablet and mount the tablet on the wall, and players literally can just come into their favorite pool hall anytime they want, go up to the tablet next to the pool table, type in their name and the race length, and hit start stream. It automatically sends the stream out to YouTube. From there, they can just scan the QR code and share it to their friends and family, put it on their social media pages, whatever they want. Super simple streaming solution. You don't have to set up a tripod. Forget the tripod. Forget the cell phone camera. Everything's done for you. And the tablet turns into a scoreboard where the players just keep score on the tablet, and it updates on screen in real time. You can even send a remote commentary link to a friend and have them commentate your match, just like I'm doing here, commentating their match. I can draw on the screen. Pretty fun. If you like this idea, tell your local room owner or tournament director, wherever you play, that you want to get EvoSports. Tell them to get EvoSports and contact me, Patrick Nix. Help us out. Combo shot here from Chris. Just a little off the mark. And solids is not real easy here because I don't think that this combo plays without some throw. So I'm thinking I want to try to break that out or play a safety on that. I'm automatically, my eye goes right to the problem first. You don't want to ignore that until later in the game. You want to take care of it early if you can. Now he might have an opportunity here to cut this in and play the cue ball off the rail into the problem balls here. Okay, but if he hits it soft, that's not gonna do anything to help his problem here. And he's slowly working through the balls, but not solving the problem. Okay, so getting underneath 3-ball. Maybe he's got a shot on the 3 now. Certainly doesn't have a shot on the 6 or 7. And he doesn't really have a good safety opportunity either because the 14 is down here. And then he's got to defend against this up here. So he's got really no clear path to play a safety. And that's why I like working out the problems early in the rack. You don't want to wait until later when it's too late. And he's going to take on this very difficult combination. And did he got a bit fortunate, I think. He might have actually blocked a path here. Nope. Nope. Looks like Chris is getting right down. He's
Bruce Barnes
comboing in. Okay, nice shot there. Chris Cook trying to tie this match. Gets a fortunate bump off that 7-ball to bring him down on the 14. However, this angle is not going to get him great shape on the 8-ball. Not without a lot of something. Unless the 8 plays there, it certainly doesn't look like. Is he looking at the 8-ball now? I would imagine he would have already looked at that several shots ago before he started the run. But I don't think it goes. I think he's going to end up rubbing the 3 or the 5 and having that 8-ball not go in the pocket. I think the closest that he gets with the 8-ball is going to be right here, and that is what he got, which isn't bad, actually. Played it at a nice speed, blocks that pocket. Good shot from Chris. Ed Kratzer says, bank the 5. I know what shot you're talking about when he was in that situation. He had the opportunity to bank the 5.
You didn't say it, I did.
Careful here. Got to be careful. Woo. Nice shot there. That worked out really well for Tom. Getting that 8 ball out of the pocket, playing the combo to kick the 8 out, almost makes the 5. That was a heck of an attempt. So now Chris Cook with a tough cut. He's going to have to bring that thing all the way in. It's there. Right down the line. So Chris Cook with a great 8 ball shot follows my line. Probably helped that I drew it on the table for him. And it is Hill. They shake hands and say, okay, let's play one more rack for all the marbles. Let's go. Yeah, it helps when I draw the line because I'm just kidding. It doesn't actually show up on the pool table. That'd be cool, though, if it did. Might be a little distracting. I tend to get a little overly crazy with the pen. Okay, head ball break, but he kind of comes off the side of the head ball there. So it didn't really get a lot of velocity into that rack because he really only hit about a quarter of that head ball. And that took a lot of the velocity right off of that. And that's why he didn't really get the big scatter that you're looking for in 8 ball. So this might be, could be a bit of a defensive Hill rack.
The racking challenge accepted. Racking challenge accepted here on 48.
Oh, he tried to hit the 5, but now didn't. So giving up ball in hand. Open table, ball in hand. That's a big gift. It's a huge advantage to have an open table ball in hand opportunity. You get to choose right away, and you get the opportunity to maybe take out a problem or two. In a rack like this, that's a big advantage. I'm taking solids, though. I'm sure of that. He likes stripes. I like solids here, just because I think they play a little bit better. The breakout shots are a little bit easier with solids. I just don't like the way that the 13, 10, and 9 are laying. Okay. Well, you've got the 10 broke out. That's one. But the 13 and the 9 are still in trouble. See if he can continue breaking stuff out. He might be able to draw this cue ball into the 7. That could actually, if he could put a draw stroke on this and bring this cue ball back into the 7, into this area, he might be able to break out all of his balls on this shot. Let's see if he can do it. Nope. Not sure he was trying to, though. But I would have definitely tried to draw that through there. Loosen everything up. Man, does he shoot fast. Okay, so he's going to take off all of his balls except for the one that is not really shootable, and then he's just going to break out that ball and hope that he gets back to the table. It doesn't go in that pocket. Unless I'm seeing things here. Yeah, no, it does not go. All right. So now Tom with a huge advantage in this rack, being that he has all of his balls on the table. That's a major advantage in 8-ball. You can pretty much do whatever you want to your opponent at this point. He's going to have to come with a big shot here. There's another ball in hand. So ball in hand number 2. For Tom. Let's see what he wants to do. I kind of prefer starting with that ball that's on the bottom rail. I would rather, I wouldn't take the easiest ball on the table when you have ball in hand first, normally. I'm taking that 4 ball. This is the one I want to get it with ball in hand. Because after that, the run out's really easy once you get the 4 ball. But he still has a good chance of running this out anyway. I think that would have made it a little bit easier.
One more game, sir.
Okay, those of you starting your 3rd round. At the end of this round, this is your last round for this evening.
Okay, I think he's going to try to roll up on the 4 now. So just slow roll the 9 to the pocket. You just want to lay the cue ball on this bottom rail down here.
Scotch entry tonight by 11 p.m. or you will forfeit your entry fee.
Or he can go with the 6 first.
Everyone got that?
Oh, that works too. Play a safety. Now, if you would have made that ball, that would have been more difficult. I think.
If you make it to tomorrow to the 6-ball board, you also have to cancel your weekender scotch. You cannot play in both. And if you don't cancel tonight by 11 p.m. or after we've done the draw, you will forfeit your entry fee. Thank you.
Okay.
This is the last of the 7 o'clock round, Mandalorians, and take it to the bank. That's take it to the bank of Mandalorians. You are on 55. 68 goes to 4 balls, 1 rack, and rackless behavior. Rackless behavior, 4 balls, 1 rack. You are on table 68.
Oh, that was a good hit on the 13. And I think that the only thing that he's really left here is the combo. Playing that 2 into the 6. Yes, well played. Nice speed too, because he left the 2 ball right there in the pocket. And now he just wants to hold this. Make sure you don't follow it in. That's the most important thing. There you go. And he didn't get an angle on the 4, so I think the best bet here is, you could try to go rail first and hit the rail right here and try to bring the cue ball out, this way, but I think that it's better just to hold it. Yeah, that's the right shot. Take your medicine, as they say, and he's going to play that 8-ball up table, and this is for the match. Tom has already made a couple of really good 8-balls in this match, including a very difficult bank shot. Is he going for the side? Okay. He likes side pocket. Changing his mind. I kind of prefer the corner. I think it plays a little easier to the corner than it does to the side. He's jacking up so that he doesn't leave his opponent a shot if he misses. Here we go. He does miss, but I think that was really more of a safety than anything. Just challenging Chris to say, you know what? I don't think you're going to make this bank, Chris. And Chris says, I'm not going to make a bank. I'm going to play a safety. But I don't think he got there. So this is another opportunity for Tom to close out the set. Oh, so close. Wow. In a hill match, you know, these kind of things only happen when it's hill, it seems like. Only when it's hill. So now Chris Cook with pockets this 13, it all but assures him the win because all he has to do is just nudge that 8 ball into the hole. And he's put himself in the winner's seat. So there he goes, Chris Cook with the 5-4 win over Tom Kerrigan. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to have more action coming up soon. Stay on the EvoSports YouTube channel and check out the playlist that we built for APA Chinook 8-Ball Invitational. All of the matches streamed here will be on that playlist on our YouTube channel. This is Patrick Nix with EvoSports. See you soon.